sir, while the criticism from the opposition is warranted and it will come along, it is their job to oppose. I specifically want to point out the criticism that has come from one of your former cabinet colleagues, and that's Mr. Arun Shourie, who refers to the Trimurti or the triumvirate of sorts, that decision-making has been monopolized between the Prime Minister, yourself, and Mr. Amit Shah. How do you refute or comment on that particular observation that has been made?
Well, who handled the WTO? And so effectively that we made it bend? Nirmala, Sitharaman. Who's brought about the power sector and the coal sector reforms? Piyush Goyal. Who piloted the entire mineral law changes? The Mines Minister Narendra, Tomar. Who is actively involved with the Prime Minister in management of the foreign policy? Sushma, Swaraj. The new Kashmir experiment, which can, if it succeeds, pay huge dividends to India, to get mainstream parties on our side in the valley. Mr. Rajnath Singh.
That's right. Now,
every minister in this government is moving in that direction. But then people need an opportunity to make a comment. I don't deny them that opportunity.
But, you know, sir, I thought you would say what's wrong with that. I mean, look at what we have gone through in the last 10 odd years. There was a lack of cohesive decision-making right at the top. It wasn't a decisive...
You see, let's be very clear.
So what's wrong with the fact that, I mean, the three of you are the closest aides of each other. So what's wrong with the fact that you are making the decisions?
The last word in the party must belong to the party president, that's Amit Shah. The last word in the government must belong to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That is how it should be. Now the trouble is that people who haven't worked actively in this party and who don't know the internal functioning are at liberty to make a comment.
You know, sir, there has been plenty of talk, and I would want you to share the insight at this level, that the PMO is very centralized. I, for one, believe that the Prime Minister, like you said, should have the last word on anything in the government. But what about this perception that everything moves to the PMO?
See, there is
no control.
Just as I said that there is the difference between UPA and NDA is a difference between crony capitalism and liberalization, which are different. That was what UPA 2 was, and that was what NDA is, the two extremes. I think there is a very important decision between centralization and being a hands-on Prime Minister. Because I have always said, I have personally never made critical comments about Dr. Manmohan Singh because I have always been very impressed with him, particularly because of what he did between 91 to 96. So I think the UPA leadership was very unfair to Dr. Manmohan Singh in as much as they didn't give him the last word.